Various Karbi Anglong-based civil society organizations led by Karbi Students Association (KSA) on Sunday decided to call for an indefinite economic blockade on Nagaland starting from November 17 in protest against alleged illegal encroachment by people from neighboring Nagaland. Movement of all trucks and vehicles carrying essential items will be prohibited. On Thursday, Karbi Students Association, United Karbi Anglong Women Association, Karbi Anglong Women Justice Forum, Students and Youth Council and Hills Progressive Youth Association, among others, alleged that encroachment inside Daldali Reserve Forest had been taking place under the patronage of Nagaland government. In this regard, the organizations had demanded for a tripartite talk between governments of Assam, Nagaland and Karbi Anglong Autonomous Council to deliberate and resolve the border issue. However, after a joint meeting of the Bijoy-led KSA, Karbi Students Association, Rongpar-led KSA and other organizations held here on Sunday, the House decided to call for an indefinite blockade against Nagaland from November 17th. They said the blockade has been called to protest against unabated illegal encroachment inside Karbi Anglong. Nagaland Voluntary Consumers Organization (NVCO) has asked the state government to roll back the new tax it had imposed on fuel and motor spirits, pointing out that common people were still suffering with skyrocketing of prices due to COVID-19 cess imposed on fuel earlier by the government but subsequently rolled back. The organization, in a statement, said the citizens were aware of the state government's rising deficit due to COVID-19 pandemic. Alleging that the state government do not have an effective mechanism for price regulation and its agencies are poorly performing in price regulation, NVCO observed that therefore the new tax on petroleum products might not be the right way for the government to create revenue, ignoring public interests. The consumers' body pointed out that the government could always save its budget by removing non-government employees enjoying government's monthly salary, with cabinet rank, PROs, PS, media officers, commissioner and secretaries, joint and deputy secretaries attached to politicians and top officers, non-legislators holding the posts of advisors, party workers and defeated politicians holding posts of chairman with minister's status, etc. It suggested that another way could be clean election where political parties spending crores of rupees during election campaigns avoid the same to the extent that they stop deducting commission from developmental projects in the name of party fund. Following the detection of several COVID-19 positive cases, the Nagaland Civil Secretariat Office complex in Kohima has been declared as sealed area for a period of 48 hours with effect from November 16th till November 17th. In a notification, ADC of Kohima Litrongla Rutsa stated that sealing has been done as per the guidelines on preventive measures to contain the spread of COVID-19 in workplace settings issued by the Health Ministry. Fumigation of the premises will be carried out and aggressive contact tracing will be initiated following all health safety measures and SOPs of the government, the ADC said. The sealed area has been mapped and cordoned off and the public and all concerned have been advised to follow all safety precautions, maintain social and physical distance to ensure public hygiene and personal safety within the proximity of the sealed area. Union Donor Minister has termed 12-year-old Everbloom K. Nongram from Meghalaya, who has been honored with Jivan Raksha Padak Award 2019 as a perfect example of humanity. Everbloom, a 6th standard student from Mauringkaneng Higher Secondary School, saved the lives of children in 2 different incidents. He is from Mauringkaneng in East Khasi Hills district of Meghalaya. Everbloom was awarded for his act of bravery in saving 2 children from drowning at Mauringkaneng village last year. The award is presented in the form of a medallion, a certificate signed by the Union Home Minister, a small-sized replica of the main medal, and a cheque of rupees 1 lakh. While sharing a video on Sunday, the donor ministry tweeted, "A perfect example of humanity. A 12-year-old Everbloom K. Nongram from Meghalaya displayed remarkable courage and presence of mind in saving the lives of 2 of his friends." The Jivan Raksha Padak Award is given by the President of India through the Ministry of Home Affairs for persons exhibiting meritorious acts of human nature in saving lives in cases like drowning in water, accidents, fire incidents, electrocution, natural calamities, rescue operation in mines, etc. Everbloom received the Jivan Raksha Parak Award 2019 from the Deputy Commissioner of East Khasi Hills District on November 4, 2020. Assam Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal, along with top-level army and Assam police officers, paid tribute to Assam's martyred Indian Army Havildar Haradhan Chandra Roy. The mortal remains of the Army Havildar were taken to 151 Army Base Hospital at Basistha in Guwahati. Haradhan Roy was among the 4 Army Jawans killed in firing by Pakistani troops on Friday. The firing took place along the line of control in Jammu and Kashmir. The last rites of martyred Indian Army Havildar Haradhan Chandra Roy were performed at his village in Dhubri with full military honors. Martyred ADGPI Jawan Haradhan Rai showed exemplary valor while protecting our nation along the Indo-Pakistan border in Jammu and Kashmir. Paid tributes to the brave son of soil in Guwahati. His supreme sacrifice will always inspire us to dedicate ourselves in service of India. Salute to soldiers. Chief Minister of Assam Sarbananda Sonowal tweeted. Women referees would undergo fitness tests meant for male referees and may even go on to officiate men's Hero I-League matches soon. Ravi Shankar J, Director of Referees at All India Football Federation AIFF, said that our target for the women referees is to make them capable to undergo the men's fitness tests and to be able to officiate Hero I-League matches. They will also have to take the challenge head-on because it'll be more challenging physically as well as psychologically. I am confident that they have the quality to match our expectations, Ravi Shankar said. Currently, a total of 8 referees and 10 assistant referees are in the elite FIFA panel from India. Among them, Ranjita Devi Tekcham and Kanika Barman are enlisted among the referees, whereas Riolang Dhar, Yuvena Fernandez are in the category of assistant referees. With positive cases rising all across the nation, the COVID-19 status of northeastern states are: like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for news that matters and stories that inspire.